2004, race fans were treated to one of the closest finishes in NASCAR history at a track simply known as The Rock.
Side by side of the line, kills it!
But soon after, racing at The Rock was gone. In its 39-year history, the gritty, one-mile oval nestled in the backwoods of North Carolina had held some of the most exciting races NASCAR had ever seen.
And while NASCAR may never return to The Rock, it's the Highline Racing League here tonight, bringing its Plan B Sales Development Series back for some action on the 1 mile track. Will points leader Will Reichert go to victory lane? Maybe Brad Kress gets his first win. Will newcomer Jordan Martin add to his win total? Or maybe Roberto Ramirez luck finally turns around. Will one of them go to victory lane, or will somebody else steal the show? We've got Plan B Sales Development Series action live from The Rock. Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Plan B Sales Development Series race. Here live, we've got the Florence Electric Race at The Rock tonight. 90 laps of exciting action from these Plan B Sales Development drivers. So in the booth with me tonight, I'm Kendall Kerr, and I've got alongside me Bucky Burt, as well as Luke Parkowski. Guys, what are your thoughts when you think about Rockingham?
Well, when I think of The Rock, I think of history. NASCAR has had many, many great finishes here, as we've seen in the intro video, as well as a lot of legends gone to victory lane here. This is a tough racetrack, so if you can win here, then you can win anywhere.
Yeah, it's one of those places where there's a lot of prestige involved, and also it takes a lot of skill in order to become good at this place. It's not one that just any driver can go up and win from anywhere. It takes a lot of well thought out strategy in order to get up front and stay there, and a lot of other things as well.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting race. Of course, when you think about Rockingham, you think about tire management, as this place has been described as a cheese grater over the years. And I'm sure 90 laps, that'll be enough time for some guys to have to really conserve tires. I'm sure they'll be down pit road at least once. But at the end of this one, it's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top tonight.
Yeah, even though it's 90 laps, we will see some comers and goers tonight, I think. I think track position is definitely key, and who can manage those tires. We've got some veterans in here like Toby Wedgwood. He's known to take care of his stuff. Roberto Ramirez, he's always been the one that can be seen to make a charge late in the race. And I got my eye on Ty Smith tonight. I think Ty Smith is going to have a solid starting spot, and I think if he can keep it up front, I think Ty Smith can make a charge for the win tonight.
Yeah, Ty Smith has kind of had a tough start to the season, as we're looking at him on screen right now in that 18 Bucky Burt Show Toyota Camry. But speaking of which, let's take a look at the point standings thus far. We're 6 races in. Right now, it's Will Reichert leading the charge, 223 points, and just behind him is Jordan Martin, with Roberto Ramirez 3rd, Dalton Beer 4th, Brad Kress 5th, and you see the rest of the top 10 as followed. So I'm sure a lot of that top 10 will be making their way towards the front tonight. Bucky, have you been able to tell how many Premier Series drivers we have racing tonight? It looks like it might just be Toby.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like for me, is Toby in the field tonight. And you've got some others that try to make their way into the Premier Series race, but are Development Series drivers. But yeah, Toby seems to be the only one in the field tonight that's the actual full-time Premier Series driver.
Well, as we look at that, we're going to step away for a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Hi, this is Tyler Mon, spotter of the number 5 Nation Star Chevrolet for Kyle Larson and Hendrick Motorsports in the NASCAR Cup Series, and you're watching the Highline Media Network.
History. Authenticity. a one-of-a-kind piece of racing memorabilia. Lawson and his team have been helping race fans get their hands on real race-used items for over 10 years now. Follow them on social media as their inventory is constantly changing and being upgraded. Or, if you're in the Carolinas, stop on by, and I guarantee you'll leave feeling like family. The Racing Warehouse, a one-of-a-kind experience. Serving race fans since 2010.
All right, guys. Well, I wanted to get us all the way caught back up here. It looks like qualifying is pretty much completed. Wanted to see if we could possibly get a word in with a couple of these drivers before they go to battle here tonight. So let's see if we can get pole sitter Jordan Martin up here. And Jordan Martin, you got a copy, buddy?
I got a copy.
Hey, Jordan. So you come into tonight second in points here in the Development Series, carrying with you a lot of momentum from leading laps in the Premier Series race last Thursday, as well as a lot of good runs, maybe minus that road course that's kind of a throwaway. But what are you going to do to keep that good-looking DoorDash car out front all night here at Rockingham?
Well, mine would be preferred line. Just take care of my tires, most important. If stage green tires is gonna be very important here, and just see what happened during the race. It's a long race.
All right, Jordan. Well, I imagine there's a real good chance we'll be speaking to you throughout this event. Good luck out there, and we'll be watching.
Thank you.
And let's see if we can grab a word with second place qualifier Austin Bloom, see if he's in here. And Austin Bloom, you got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Austin. First off, congrats on the win again last week at Lime Rock. Another solid qualifying effort here tonight, second spot. What do you got to do to keep that number 88 car out of trouble at Rockingham and try and climb your way back up through the ranks of this point standings? I know you had a late start to the season.
Yeah, just got to keep the car clean as possible. You know, it's a 90-lap race. Got to make it all 90 laps. Keep it hugging the yellow line. Should be recipe for success. Hopefully I can get a win.
All right, Austin. Well, good luck out there tonight, and we'll be watching from the booth.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
And Kendall, it looks like Dylan Body has entered into tonight's race. He is a Premier Series driver, so that brings the stat up to 2 Premier Series drivers tonight.
Nice. Interesting tidbit. I know he had a lot of work to do. And speaking of Premier guys, we've had quite a few races with Matt Owens. Let's bring him in here. Bucky, do you mind interviewing him?
Sure, why not?
He should be in here.
Hello.
Hey, Matt.
Hello.
Matt,
What's up?
hey, Matt, this is Bucky up in the booth. You got a solid qualifying start tonight. What do you got to do to keep it up front?
Save tire, and save some more tire.
All right. That's what you
Sounds like
heard
a
it
solid
first
plan.
from Matt Owens. We're actually gridding up. We got to get to the grid music. Matt, good luck out there tonight. Great qualifying effort.
Appreciate it, guys.
Sorry about that. That was my fault on that. So let's cue the grid music and all right. So the front row is going to be the 02 car of Jordan Martin. And joining his outside is going to be the 88 of Austin Bloom. Matt Owens is going to start from third spot with Brad Kress right behind him in fourth. A great qualifying effort tonight from Cody Robinson. He'll roll off fifth. And sixth is going to be Justin Malarkey in that number 73 car. Starting seventh is going to be Ty Smith in the Bucky Burt Show Toyota Camry. And starting eighth is going to be Dylan Poteet. Row 5 consists of the cars of Dalton Beer in the 38, as well as John Peterson in that number 16 car.
Roberto Ramirez is going to roll off 11th with Toby Wedgwood to his outside in 12th. Jacob Halm will be 13th. Chance Duckworth 14th. Brady Cox will be 15th. 16th will be Jeff Morash. Scott McCarris will roll off 17th. 18th will be Will Reichert. Steve Rada 19th. Benjamin Porsche 20th. Michael Moraga, will be 21st. Daniel Clark will be 22nd. And Dylan Body will round out the field in 23rd.
Alrighty. Well, this should be a good show. One thing I noticed, not sure what happened with Will Reichert, but definitely not his normal qualifying spot back there.
Yeah, this is a tough racetrack, Kendall, and he could have easily made one mistake. They say that the bottom line is the preferred line around here. Well, if you get too low and you touch the line, your car can kind of get a little wonky. You go up the racetrack. I know that happened to me in the Premier Series race that we ran here a couple months ago.
Yeah, you ran really well at this racetrack, Bucky.
I'll be honest, Kendall. I was very surprised that I did. It's a rhythm racetrack. That's what I figured out. So I kind of equate it to Darlington. You just got to race the racetrack.
Well, pace car is actually already getting ready to pull off. And we're green. And Jordan Martin gets a great launch on the field.
Yeah, I think that's key for going into turn one. He's got no challenge on either side. He's going to have a commanding lead here on the backstretch.
Austin Bloom able to clear Matt Owens there for second.
Looks like the number 16 car, who is that? John Peterson. He got a little wonky coming off the corner.
Yeah, they're three wide right now.
Yes.
My goodness, there's a little contact between Brady Cox and John Peterson.
He's up the racetrack. Yeah, he is up the racetrack, steadily going backwards.
Oh, and he's in the wall again.
We will stay green.
And we've been there so many times. Turn 2 is definitely going to be the tricky spot here at Rockingham. It gets so incredibly tight down there. As we see a change for the lead, Austin Bloom's gone around Jordan Martin.
Yeah, we were so worried about, sorry, I saw a little smoke. We were so worried about, the 16 and his issues, and we missed the 88 tracking down the 02 of Jordan Martin there. And the 76 car and Will Reichert get together.
Oh, my goodness.
Caution will come out.
That's going to bring out our first body shop caution. And let's see if we can find this here. Oh, my. You ain't
Will
kidding.
Reichert's got a little bit of damage.
Looks like more a little bit.
But yeah, now I see that he actually had people run into him there.
Here's the replay.
History.
Looks like Steve Rada comes up the track, and it's such a tight area.
A one-of-a-kind piece of racing memorabilia.
Hard to break.
Lawson and
Will got
his team
slammed
have
into
been
hard
helping
there.
race
Looked like
fans
maybe the,
get their hands on
23
real
car
racing.
Of Michael Maruga.
Now, I'm not out there on the racetrack, Kendall, as you know. I'm up here with you in the booth. But to me, there was plenty of time to get woed up from the time the caution came out.
Yeah, it did appear like that, and that's something where had that happen on Thursdays, it would really be ugly. But that's why these guys are down here trying to tone in some of their skills to get ready for those Premier Series races on Thursday, because you're absolutely right. Looked like there was plenty of time to at least get out of the way or get slowed up there. It's unfortunate that Will Reichert got beat up that bad.
Now, I think Will be okay. I don't know if he'll suffer any engine damage from that accident. It seems like all of the impact was taken at the rear of the race car. So we'll have to see how long it takes him to get that car fixed. But if he just stays patient, I think there's going to be enough mistakes in this race by other drivers for him to get back in this and salvage a decent finish.
Well, we would be remiss if we didn't mention a big thank you to Plan B Sales for being the premier partner of this series this season. Reminder to all our viewers out there to use code HLRL and you'll receive free shipping on your next order over $20 with Plan B Sales. Again, Plan B Sales is the largest dealer of Lionel diecast in the country. So for your next NASCAR apparel or diecast purchase, be sure to check out Plan B Sales and Circle B Diecast.
Yeah, and with them setting it to $20, Kendall, that basically just says, hey, you get free shipping with us. So
pretty much. It's easy to spend 20 there.
Yeah, very easy to spend 20. Speaking of diecast, Kendall, have you got anything new lately?
You know, I actually have something sitting in my cart. I know, like, my diecast collection has kind of gone over to my 5-year-old son, Garrett. And
mine with my nephews.
Yeah, so it's cool to see them come back to life, especially those 164 cars. But, you know, they've had plenty of miles on my carpet, and it's time to turn them over to a new set of hands to put some more mileage on them.
Yeah, it's actually funny. Like, you have a son, I just have 2 nephews, and if one of my nephews comes and stays the weekend, he wants to take the cars into the bathtub with him, and that was a big no-no for me growing up. So I have to just like sit back and let him be a kid.
I let mine take it in there sometimes, I'll be honest, but to answer your question, or your original question, I do have a Chase Briscoe highpoint.com car ordered for him.
Nice.
So hopefully he's not listening to this broadcast, and that'll be on the way for him. What about you, Luke?
I got a lot of stuff waiting in the pre-orders that's probably going to hit my bank account at the worst possible time. Some Chase Elliott and Sheldon Creed cars.
Always seems to do that. And we're already doubled up. Getting ready to go back to green here. Looks like we've got Austin Bloom's going to elect for the inside on this restart. And Justin Malarkey's made his way up to 5th. I think he might have started 8th. So that's one car to keep your eye on. He's on the move.
It'll be interesting to see how this restart is compared to the initial restart of the races. The pace car drops down to pit road, waiting on the green flag, and there it is. And it seems like the leader is going to get that start again. We'll see if the O2 can run him down like 88 did to him.
I think Jordan got a little bit better restart there than maybe we saw on the initial start from Austin Bloom. But I'm sure these guys mid-pack are already mixing it up quite a bit.
Oh, for sure. They're 2 wide. I'm thinking about going 3 wide.
We see Dylan Poteet making a move to the inside of Cody Robinson there. Move the 01 up another slot.
38 car now, just trying to get behind them. There's a battle right there, the 3:32.86 right there, and there's a chance of 3 wide going into the corner, but not sure if they'll attempt it. They won't, as the 86 is going to easily move out in front, and the 3 male, he get the pass completed, maybe at the line. Yes, he will, and there we go.
Yeah, Brady Cox, a newcomer in that 86 car, so he's already making his way through the field. I'll have to get some logos on that race car. Looking a little further back, right now that 32 car, Roberto Ramirez, seems to be sliding back, but if I had to guess, he's definitely in tire management mode. Roberto's a good driver, and he knows the beating that these Goodyears are going to take out here today.
The 82 had a moment there coming off of 4. I don't know if we can get a replay of it, but he has lost a lot of track position here. He's now back up to speed. And we got Steve Rado on the bottom. Looks like he's going to take it to pit road.
Goodness, I saw the smoke.
Out of the 82.
There was a lot going on that lap. He's going to stay out. He's just trying to gather himself.
There's always a lot going on in these developments. Oh my goodness! Matt Owens plowed the wall.
Management.
He was almost upside down out of 2 there.
We're going to stay green because he kept it on the inside. That is heavy, heavy damage to the left side of 48 machine.
It's been interesting for Matt Owens. He seemed to have had better runs, honestly, in the Premier Series than this Development Series. His luck has just been absolutely horrible down here on Tuesdays.
Well, definitely qualifying in the top 5, makes you feel really good, and then to have that happen, it's just...
Oh, we got a caution.
Punch.
We'll have to see.
Not exactly sure where it's coming from. I know Steve Rada is talking over the voice chat, so I'm wondering if he might be involved.
Yeah.
And yeah, Steve Rada is down on the inside on the backstretch. Now, I don't know if that was the cause of the caution, but he's definitely...
Oh, yeah.
That's the caution there,
yeah.
Yep.
Now, we'll have to see.
Here's the replay. Oh, looks like the 16 was out of shape. The 3 caught him, and both of them heavy contact to the inside wall there.
Yeah, for Steve Rada, it went from bad to worse in a matter of 3 laps.
Here's another look at it. 3 car goes low, nowhere to go. It looked like the 16 was loose. Thankfully, you don't see anybody else collected. That new tire damage, I mean, the new damage model's really cool with the debris left behind.
So it looks like Will Reichert might actually get the wave around here.
Yeah.
Steve was the first car a lap down.
And
so
tremendous pit work on the side of the Granger Racing team. Look, they've already reattached that bumper, and it looks like it's brand new.
And bare bond and duct tape.
Looks like he is taking the wave around as well. We can see him accelerating around the other cars.
Taking the safe route down there on the apron.
Don't blame him.
I like the chrome wheels on that one, too. I don't see many of those anymore.
Yeah, a lot of good paint schemes out here within the Highline Racing League, especially on your Thursday nights. My goodness, I mean, we've got so many good painters in this league. We're so fortunate to have, Ryan Williams, who paints for Junior Motorsports. Of course, Roberto Ramirez does some Stuart Haas stuff. And we've got, of course, Dylan Body, our own of Body Shop, and he's painted half the field. And really, Toby Wedgwood, Alan Kunman, those guys are really coming into their own as well.
Don't ask me to paint anything for you.
Me either. I mean, I stick to trading paints, and it's definitely nothing fancy, so...
Yeah, I can go and select a paint and say, all right, I'll run this one.
Hey,
That's
a guy,
me.
I want to see if we can get him up in the booth, Bucky, real quick for a fast interview. You interview him since you're a sponsor. Ty Smith's moved up to 5th, so I'm going to get him up there.
Hey, yeah, let's do it. That's the guy to watch tonight, I think. I think the luck's going to turn around.
He's up here.
Ty Smith, this is your sponsor, Bucky, up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, now, no pressure, but you were my driver to watch tonight. You got a solid starting spot in 7th. You're now inside the top 5. How's the car feel? What are you seeing out there?
It's feeling good. I'm just trying to not make any mistakes, I've put myself in a good spot here. I don't want to screw that up. But it feels good. I don't know how much I have for the top four up here, but I mean,
anything can happen.
Yep, and yep. So we'll just keep on rocking and rolling and see where it gets us.
How's the fuel look, Ty? Where are you guys looking to make a pit stop?
I'm gonna leave that to Connor, who's spotting for me right now, and I'll pit when he tells me to. I haven't really been paying too much attention to it, to be honest.
I'm going to tell you what, Kendall, that is a potent combination right there. The Swamp Boys, all in the same channel.
Well, I just sent him back, Bucky, just because I just saw they were doubling up. But I was like, yeah, the Swamp, I mean, I actually got into a little race with those guys at Talladega the other day, and they were unpassable. I found out they're actually cousins, so no wonder they have such good chemistry together.
Yeah, the only way I had to beat them, Kendall, at Talladega and Daytona was to wreck them. So, and I definitely didn't want to do it, but no, we had a lot of fun. But yeah, no, Ty's a pretty good driver. If he's given the right opportunity, he could really showcase his talent. And for some reason, this type of racetrack just fits him. At least for me, it looks like it fits him. So
he's another one that just he hadn't had much luck down here on Tuesdays yet. Pace car's in.
Green flag.
See the
Yeah,
inside lane
qualifying.
really go, as Brad Kress is actually going to make it past Jordan Martin now into turn 1.
Yeah, so the 0-2 of Jordan Martin is he's lost another position. We'll see if he can get it back. And Ty Smith is making a move on the inside. Who is that? Justin Malarkey?
Yep. Yeah, another
Take the
spot for
position.
Ty Smith. He's up to 4th now.
That's right. He said he didn't think he had enough for those 4 guys in front of him, so we're going to see what he can do. Meanwhile, Austin Bloom is just out to a 1-second lead over Brad Kress.
Yeah, he's picking up where he left off last week at Lime Rock. And a little further back, another guy making a... Uh-oh, we got another caution already.
Oh,
Cautions breathe cautions, as Darrell Waltrip says. Not sure where it's coming from.
Yeah, I'm not finding it either.
maybe a self spin that instantly kept going.
So probably one of those phantom. Oh,
Oh,
there's
there
a
we
car
are.
on the
Yeah.
inside. Yeah.
What number?
I couldn't tell. I just know Ty Smith passed it. But you couldn't really see who it was.
Dang, that's a bummer. Well, I apologize that I didn't get the replay on that, as we see some guys faking down pit road. I thought
Well,
about
let's
it.
take a look.
And Dalton Beer's going to commit. Dalton and
maybe.
Roberto are coming down pit road.
Could have very well been the 59 of Daniel Clark. I see he's all the way at the back of the running order on the lead lap. So that would be someone to look at possibly, at who might have been the spinner. Cars on pit road.
I think you might be right about that one. I saw his name kind of drop down the charts on the right side, but wasn't able to grab a replay for the folks at home, so I apologize for that. But didn't seem to be anything too severe.
No, and quite honestly, from what I saw when Ty Smith went by, Kendall, is that it was probably questionable whether it should have been a caution, because it looked like he was well on the inside. But you know how iRacing, the way they catch some of these, depending on where your placement is on the racetrack.
Yep. Yeah, it looked like it was actually just Dalton Beer and Roberto Ramirez to come down pit road. I'm going to see if we can get a word with Roberto really, really fast.
How many sets of tires do these guys have tonight, Kendall?
Should be 2.
Then I like this move.
Yep.
Come down pit road.
And I'm not seeing Roberto in the Discord here, so we will hold off on that.
It'll be interesting now. We've got 24 laps on the tires. Roberto Ramirez has been pretty consistent tonight, at least keeping his car clean. We saw him drop back there on the last restart. Now that he's gotten 4 fresh tires, he's going to have 24, 25 laps fresher tires in the field. It'll be interesting to see how he maneuvers through the field to get towards the front. I think this is a great call. The way some of these guys are racing right now with some of these spins that are on the backside, so it tells me this is turn 2.
Yeah, I
Can he
really
stay out
like
of
the
trouble?
call. That's the main thing. That's what I was just going to say, Bucky, is I love the call if he can avoid the people around him having issues.
Yep, that is my only concern for Roberto, because I think Roberto Ramirez can definitely be a player when this thing's all said and done, but he has got to make up a lot of track position. With the 4 fresh tires, I definitely think he can do it. It's about keeping his nose clean, and then not on his doing, other people.
Man, this seems like it's
Another
really a long caution for just a small spin like that. It's unfortunate they're having to waste laps, but we'll see if Brad Kress can do anything on the outside lane. I don't think we'll see a leader choose the outside all night. That lane just doesn't seem to have any grip, similar to like what you see at Atlanta.
I think another intriguing part of the restart is that the 02 and the 88 have been the 2 fastest cars, but one of them's always been stuck on the outside line, and now they'll be nose to tail. We can see if possibly they'll be able to pull away, and it'll be a closer restart between those 2 than we've seen in the past couple of runs.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good point. Well, maybe we'll see what Jordan Martin's really got. The longest run I think we've had is about 4 or 5 laps so far, so it's not great.
All right, well, pace car drops down.
Green.
And the green flag is now out. And you're right. The leader's just going to get away.
And Brad
Not
got
by
pretty
much.
decent. Looked like Brad got a better restart there than Jordan Martin in the 0-2.
Let's see
Gotta
how
be
long he can
honest,
hold that
that was-
position.
Yeah, because he's got a lot of pressure on the back bumper by Jordan Martin there.
And a little bit further back, we see Dylan Poteet trying to make some moves. And Scott McCarris and Toby Wedgwood are coming. 9th and 10th for those guys now.
Roberto Ramirez is all the way up to 11th currently on those 4 fresh tires.
Wow. And he's got 2x2 right in front of him, so nowhere to really go. He's still, I think, conserving his stuff.
Definitely.
You know, back out front, Austin Bloom is waving goodbye to Jordan Martin behind him once again. He's already checked out to a 1.2 second lead.
And growing.
Gotta wonder how rough he's being on the tires, but it hasn't. Look at this gaggle of cars.
Yeah, Ty Smith is stuck to the outside up there, and who is that? The
0-1 and Dylan Poteet making a move right behind Justin Malarkey, and Brady Cox trying to follow him through there.
That was who I was trying to figure out. I'm not familiar with that name. I know you said he's a newcomer to the league.
Brand new, first race.
Very impressive debut, I should say.
Yeah, seems to be running pretty respectfully around the guys too, which is a big thing. Ty Smith kind of chopped him a little bit there, which is what he had to do to get back in line.
Yeah, because he actually lost a few spots by starting on the outside there.
Now we're looking at the 65 car of Scott McCarris. You see the tire wear already taking shape as he wasn't able to quite keep that car all the way down there on that white line where you need it through 3 and 4.
You see how quickly these cars are spread out already. Which is probably good for us to get some solid green flag laps in. It would be nice to see green flag pit stops.
Yeah, we got a good battle shaping up here for second between Jordan Martin and Brad Kress. Kress has been able to reel Jordan Martin back in, and I'm sure the main question as to who prevails in this thing is tires.
Well, you're right about that. They're on the same set, so it's more of who's taking care of their tires. Right now, the 0-2 of Jordan Martin is showing that he's just a little bit quicker right now, Brad Kress. But Brad is really impressing me. He's staying right there with him. And I think he has to, because when it comes down to it, you're probably going to have to battle Jordan Martin at the end of this race to win.
Yeah, and the guy looking at his rearview mirror extending his lead by almost a 1/10.5 per lap. Austin Bloom, that 88 car, almost up to 2 seconds now. As we see Brad's really able to keep that 29 car right on the bottom line. Seems like he's really got his car handling well right now.
He's gripping the bottom really well. We can see if we can get underneath the 0-2 right here. Not sure if he can get there, not this lap, but it seems as though he gets a better run off the bottom.
You know, Kendall and Luke, it's nice to see that paint scheme run well at this racetrack, because that particular paint scheme or similar to it almost won a race here many years ago.
Yeah, the very last Winston Cup Series, I guess it was Nextel Cup at the time, would have been 2004. Casey Kane almost winning in his second race ever. As we see now, Brad Kress looked like he was really generous with how much room he gave Jordan Martin there. It looked like Brad was going to have a shot at him, but not able to use up all the track to get up beside him.
I think it's still early to put yourself in those positions. I mean, we know that Brad Kress is a formidable candidate to win this race, clearly in the early showings here. His car is fast. It seems to be, in my opinion, that car to me looks to be more of a better handling race car at this stage of the race. It's just he's trying to find the right opportunity and right time to make that pass on Jordan Martin.
Now looking out the back bumper.
73 car Justin Malarkey is catching these two.
Yeah, he is, and both of these guys are starting to run in Austin Bloom a little bit as well. I've seen that lead shrunk down to 1.2 down the straightaways.
Yeah, they picked up 3/10 actually, that last lap. And the 86 is in the wall. We're going to keep going green. He's going to lose a few spots there. And don't look now, but Will Reichert is on the move.
Yes, he is. I was just about to say, he's not used to being back there, but look how much he's got his car on the bottom yellow line down there.
Yep. And Roberto Ramirez, who is on 4 fresh tires, is still in the 11th position.
I really wish I knew what the fuel mileage was, because Roberto Ramirez he might be saving a little bit of gas right now because he pitted right around that high 20 mark. Maybe there's a chance he can make it to the end. These guys run 50% fuel, but I mean, you're talking a 1 mile racetrack here. Who knows?
And the 86 is still in the wall. He is back in it again.
He must have burnt his tires up.
Well, he's been running the high lane consistently. Seems every lap.
You see the 82 of Chance Duckworth looking underneath him now. Brady trying to fight back on the outside of Roberto right now. Roberto's going to slide up. And back up front, Brad Kress has gotten around Jordan Martin and is now really reeling in the leader of Austin Bloom.
Like I said moments ago, I really think that 29 car, out of all the cars on this racetrack, is the best handling race car. Just the look of that race car, it just looks, I don't want to say flawless, but he's hitting his marks, he's taking care of his stuff. He's real smooth.
He's definitely able to keep that car, even on these old tires, right down there on that yellow line. As we see, looking out the front of Brad Kress's car right now, you can see how much more he's able to drive it into 1 and 2 there compared to Austin Bloom in the 88.
I just hope he's not actually burning his tires and everybody else is saving. But these leaders are going to have to make a pit stop. He is all over. He's there.
Austin gives him plenty of room. And there's his first lead change of the race. Put Brad Kress to the point. And I think he's going to have company before too long with the 73
Trouble
car.
In the back. Trouble in the back. The 7 and is it the 38? I believe one car did go around, but the caution is not going to come out.
Must have spun it down to the inside.
Yeah, it started on the actual racing surface, and then it carried in down to onto the apron. But I know the 7 was involved, and then someone spun off of the 7, which actually helped the 7 get straight.
And Justin.
That was the 38. He was the other car that took tires, along with the 32.
Yeah, you're right.
Dalton
Beer, he was on fresh tires. As we see, the 73 is really closing in now. He's about to put his teammate in Austin Bloom back to 3rd. Keep your eye on that 73, Justin Malarkey. As we've now crossed through, we're halfway through this race.
Now, Kendall, I apologize for not knowing this, but
the caution is out now.
I apologize for not. I would expect to see all these guys on pit road here, but I wanted to finish.
Ooh,
is that's the 01?
I think it might have been the 61 of Ben Porsche.
Or the 61. My apologies. Yep, 61.
Yeah, here's a view for the folks at home. Looks like he just gets a little bit wide off 2. It's so easy to do. We saw Matt Owens do it earlier. And then catch that inside wall as well. Nice looking car this week for Ben Porsche. I gotta give him credit. Did a nice job with that.
So my question, Kendall, the 29, 73, and 88, Brad Kress, Justin Malarkey, and Austin Bloom, are they all teammates?
Brad Kress is not. The 73 and the 88 are. They're with Upfront Esports. Brad Kress is actually signed on with his neighbor, Alan Kunman, down there with Hammer Down Motorsports.
Correct. Okay. I figured he was with Alan, but I could not recall if those guys were there as well. And like I said, pit stops are happening.
Yep, everybody's
going to bring him down. Roberto comes back down.
Yeah, I wondered if he was going to come back down. He got up to 7th. And I was going to mention it right before that caution. Will Reichert had driven all the way to 6th spot. What a drive.
Now, Kendall, you say these guys have 2 sets of tires. For everybody else, this is their first set going on. This will be, if the 32 of Roberto takes tires, this will be his final set. He's got to run these tires till the conclusion of this race.
I'm thinking they might have put 3 down there. I think there's a chance because it's supposed to be 2, but I've seen Toby put 3 on there before. So I'm thinking that Roberto wouldn't have made that move back down pit road if he only had one more set. But I don't know. I wish I knew the answer for you.
Yeah, because I was going to say that if they didn't, and we have a late race caution, some of these guys can come down pit road and he's sitting duck.
Well,
and Roberto usually has good strategy, so I would expect that they would have 3 tires then.
Yeah.
3 sets.
As we see everybody coming off of pit road, we're going to actually air a special news segment that we've been wanting to. We've got to step away for a little break, brought to you by Sears.
And we're back to the action here in Indianapolis. Another strike by Gilbert. Brian Latt needs to be perfect here. Seems to be a slight delay.
Oh my!
Not the official tools of bowling. The official tools of NASCAR. Craftsman at Sears.
All right, folks. Thanks for being good sports with us there. That's a new segment that we've been wanting to implement a little bit because we miss all the great commercials from the late 90s, early 2000s with these NASCAR guys.
I was going to say, I haven't seen that commercial in a very long time, and fitting as I now bowl regularly. So I like that.
That would be a nightmarish scenario, I'd have to imagine.
Yeah, that definitely would.
Well, keep your eye out for that with some of these development series races as we progress. We've got plenty of them picked out, but that was always a favorite of mine.
Yeah, that was a great first. You know, Kendall, I might have to submit a few to you.
Yeah, well, we'll be welcome for that. So we're already doubling up, and look like Justin Malarkey is going to get a shot here at Brad Kress, and it's going to be interesting with that 88 now. We saw how fast he was on the short run. Does he change his strategy, or does he go kind of, balls to the wall here, trying to build up that big lead? We'll see.
Well, Roberto Ramirez actually picked up a spot on pit road. We're going to go green here in just a moment as the pace car is going to duck down. But I still think Brad Kress is...
Man, did he get a launch.
Yeah, left right before the green flag came out, but I guess that's legal here.
Yep. Yeah,
the
rule changed at the end of last season after we had those restart crashes. That's been a hot topic. So we see Jordan Martin making his way up to second already. The 02 car there. He's definitely trying to use his stuff up right now. 37 to go.
If you had a blanket, you could actually put the top 4 cars under that blanket. Well, maybe the top 2 now.
Yeah, Jordan throwing it in there into 3 and 4. Brad was really respectful, so Brad must be wanting to save some of his stuff. So now we see Justin Malarkey get to the inside of Brad Kress as well.
He's going to take advantage of Brad moving up high to give Jordan some room, and he's going to fall back to 4th.
Yeah, he's hung out to dry, as they call it.
I'm not worried.
burn the tires.
And look right behind him, Roberto Ramirez has already got himself into 5th.
I saw some smoke in the back of the pack.
Oh!
Okay, and that's what I saw.
Oh!
Okay.
Oh!
86
So
gets into the 82, and then nowhere to go for the 15 of Jeff Morash. And you saw it live here, but we'll get you a replay of it.
Yeah, the 82 was the pinball in the pinball machine.
Yeah. Body shop caution out once again.
What's the record? Do we know?
Not sure on that one, but I don't think we'll even come close to it here tonight. We've had some of those short track races. Here it was, the 86 slides up, catches the 82, and nowhere to go for the 15. And you hate to see it. That leaves a little bit of decision making up here with some of the leaders. I mean, you got 34 to go. I mean, how many spots can you make up late? I mean, we have not had, long green flag runs. I gotta say, these guys aren't coming back down pit road. I mean, I wouldn't be.
No. Yeah, we got cars in the back pitting.
And that's a good call for those guys. They got to do that.
Yeah, don't look now, but Roberto Ramirez is right there in 5th spot. Like I said, he was going to be there at the end of the race. Will Reichert is back there in 10th. Toby Wedgwood in 9th. Ty Smith found himself, he's in 8th. I think the Ty Smith deal, that was being stuck on the outside. He lost all that track position.
Yeah, I don't see anybody coming out of pit road right now.
Yeah, the guys that came down pit road, Kendall, are guys that needed to make some repairs to their race cars from what
That makes
There was only like 4. Yeah, there was only 4 that came down.
Well, I'll tell you what, one guy we hadn't talked to tonight's Brad Kress. Let's get him up here.
All right.
And Brad Kress, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, it seems like you've got the car to beat on the long run, but with all these yellows coming out right now and unfortunately being stuck on the outside of a lot of these restarts, what's going to be your strategy to get that 29 Dodge Dealers Dodge back to the front?
Right now, I'm just trying to let these front 3 guys, let them battle it out, and hopefully they'll burn their stuff up and I can get back by them.
Yeah, it seemed like it worked out really well for you on the first run, but the 73 was really catching you quite a bit, so I don't know if you kind of want to measure yourself on how many tires you're burning up compared to him, because he seemed like he did maybe even a tick better than you did, Brad, on the first run, but I know you've had horrible luck in this series, and we're definitely be pulling for you to get back up there.
Yeah, I definitely seen that yellow car getting a little bit bigger in my mirror before that one caution came out, so I'll be keeping an eye on him.
Yeah,
No,
more
Brad,
than anything, Brad, yeah, we just want to see some green flag laps, because you 4, and I would say Roberto behind you, they're definitely the class of the field, and just want to see you guys get some laps and fight it out there.
Yeah, I'd love to get a long green flag run here.
Now, Brad, I want to ask you, before that pit stop, to me and to Kendall and Luke, we felt that your car, out of all the cars out there, can really hit your marks. Your car looked very smooth, looked like it was hooked up. Does the car feel different now that you got 4 fresh tires? You needed to wear it down a little bit, or what's the deal for you?
No, not really. As the tires wore down a little bit, I was just backing the turns up a little more, just so I could hug that bottom, because obviously this outside line, after that last restart, shows it ain't the place to be.
Yeah. Well, Brad, we'll let you roll. We see you're doubling up. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you, bud.
All right, that's Brad Kress from Hammer Down Motorsports, and you're absolutely right, Bucky. I mean, he was definitely doing a better job than anybody, just holding that yellow line, especially on the long
I just wanted
run.
to see if the car felt different after he got the 4 fresh tires, but he said everything seems to be going well. He was just having to adjust and adapt to the changing track conditions. Pace car is going to come down pit road.
Yeah, and the thing with Brad is he's had so much bad luck getting caught up in other people's problems. I wonder if he's just kind of letting some of these guys go As we see Jordan Martin pick the outside lane there and didn't get quite as good of a launch as some of these other guys have been from the bottom.
Well, that's another thing where you're changing and adapting. It wasn't working for him on the bottom on these starts, so he's going to try the top, and seems to have worked for the most part. He's going to lead that lap there at the start-finish line.
Got the two teammates right behind him.
Look at this mess of cars right now. We've got Scott McCarris to the outside of Will Riker, Ty Smith in front of him, and Dylan Poteet running in 6th spot just ahead of this battle. Down to 27 laps to go this time by. Oh no, another caution already.
Not sure where it came from. I think Toby's giving the drivers a stern talking to right now.
Oh, jeez. Maybe the 7? No, 7 was...
The 7's coming down pit road, so might as well.
3. Really not sure where that one came out either. Even my previous crash tab is not picking it up. I apologize for that.
Well, I think a car just has to get to a certain angle on the racetrack with another car coming for it to actually be a yellow, and that's where you get those yellows sometimes that really shouldn't be a yellow.
Yeah.
I'm only guessing because we're not finding where this actually came from.
Well, we had a new segment called the Throwback Out of the Week, and let's go back and revisit that. We've had so many yellows. I've got one more for you.
Let's do it.
Ever dreamed of driving a real Cup car? Well, now you can. This is the fan controller. What the? Tony, what are you doing? It's bizarre. That was completely inappropriate. I'm out of here. Run, Sandy, run for your life! What was that all about?
All right, so that's a Toyota Racing commercial classic there, and of course Toyota since that moment has gone on to do a lot in the sport, really footing the bill for a lot of things. We appreciate them being there and come a long way from those COT cars. And how about Tony Stewart throwing the helmet with his left hand there, kind of giving us a clue of what's going to happen down the road with Matt Kenseth.
Yep. I was watching that commercial. I remember the commercial, by the way, but I was watching the commercial there, and I'm like, I kind of wish I had that remote control for Martin Truex Jr.
Yeah, Bucky's not a Truex fan, but
No,
reminder
not
once
at all.
again that series is brought to you by Plan B Sales. Be sure to check out all your NASCAR apparel and diecast needs on planbsales.com. And while you're there, make sure you use code HLRL and get free shipping on your next order. Appreciate Brent and his team stepping up this season and being a premier partner of both the Premier Series as well as this development series here. As you see their logo on the spoiler there of every single one of these cars in the field.
Yeah, I know we got a lot of Jeb Burton fans out there that he won the race at Talladega in the Xfinity Series. Well, you can order that race car.
That's a good-looking car. Was.
It is.
Kind of reminds me of Dale Jarrett's Quality Care ride.
Yeah, does a lot.
especially because they ran a Danica throwback to that, which was actually the number 10. So it kind of that's one of the ways that it sort of reminded everyone. It's more of a darker blue versus the light blue that they used to use for that sponsor.
Yeah, I forgot about that Danica throwback now until you mentioned it, actually.
Oh, I remember. I was there. Got some pictures of it.
We're
It's a
getting
good-looking
ready.
race car.
Pace car's coming off. I think we're down to about 20 laps to go in this one. Jordan Martin picks the outside lane again, and Justin Malarkey gets a great restart on the inside. And Jordan Martin, man, Malarkey was generous there.
Yeah, he almost didn't clear him, that's for sure.
I don't know that he was clear. I think Malarkey let him go.
If that was me, I would have stayed in it.
So you see Malarkey closing up back on the rear bumper of the O2 car now.
I wouldn't be a popular guy after that one, that's for sure. But
oh my
these
goodness.
guys are putting on a show.
Look at Ty Smith. Oh, he had some contact with maybe Scott McHarris or Dylan Poteet. I was just about to click on him. That's a bad break for Ty.
Making me look bad, Ty. I picked you. And he's going to have someone in front of him. 61.
And look at this.
Actually got the lucky dog.
The 73 just let the 88 go, and it was clear and obvious he let him go. Teammate there.
Stay green. We've got 20 to go.
Oh,
Caution's
no.
now out.
Another caution.
It's 61, and I can't make out. The car's too damaged. 61 actually was the free pass, that last caution. Here he is involved in this one.
59.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Yeah, it had absolutely nothing to do with the 61.
Well, he was put in that situation because before that, he actually had an issue and saved it.
Here's what happened. You see the 59 goes high. Oh, and the 7 involved. 61.
Oh,
big trouble.
Wow.
My goodness.
Huge contact.
And just to put it into perspective, I'm going to give you a chance to watch on board here from the 7 car. How little chance that you have to react to something like this.
Everything happened so quickly.
All right, this is on board with the 7 of Cody Robinson. 59 in the wall, boom. Nowhere he can go. Yeah, it's been
Almost
a rough
like he
night
just
for
stopped
Cody.
right in the middle of the track.
Yeah. Another caution that's going to just tick off more laps. That's what some of these short run guys really need right now. And I tell you who's not happy about seeing this is Brad Kress. Probably Justin Malarkey too, because they were the fastest on the long run.
But not at all, especially with Brad Kress having to restart on the outside every restart.
Well, if Jordan keeps picking the outside, it's not too bad for him, but I don't know that he's going to keep doing that.
Malarkey had such a great restart though on the inside.
I think if I'm Jordan Martin, I got to pick the inside lane for these restarts.
Well, now, okay. I was about to put myself in a little bit of trouble there. I said, well, now he's going to have his teammate there with him, but I misspoke there because Malarkey and Bloom are teammates.
Yep.
Not Jordan Martin.
And Jordan's another one of those Granger Racing Team recruitments. They're just stacking onto their already stacked team.
Right. Looks like the early days of Blue Oval. Seemed like we had a lot of drivers.
How about the 86 cars made his way up to 8th? We saw him involved in that accident, and now he's back up to 8th.
He's hit just about everything to get there, that's for sure.
I think he's
I'm
driving...
actually surprised the car is still together.
Well, we saw the pit crew members on the 67 do tremendous work to put together that rear bumper we're looking at right now. I mean, that thing looks brand new.
I know it's a running joke about them failing tech. I'm only joking.
Will needs to get back up there, though, and salvage some points. The points leader coming in. And here's a look at the points. 17 behind Jordan Martin. If he tacks on a win, I mean, it's really going to be close. I mean, you get a lot of bonus points for winning a race in this series. I think you get like 7 bonus points.
And we saw the inaugural development series go down to the very last race.
Yeah.
And I think both of those guys actually ran into trouble. That's Alan Kunman and Tyler Snyder.
Yeah.
Alan had fewer problems than Tyler that night to get the championship done.
Yeah, I'm sure Tyler doesn't want to be reminded of that incident between Jackson Hartman and I think Connor Holden that took him out. So you see the pace cars down. Jordan did take the inside this time, and a great launch for the 02, and the 73 is going to follow him right through.
Yeah, 73 is back up there in second, right where he wants to be. And it was the 88. Austin Bloom is making a run towards, and Brad Press has got nothing going.
And a little further behind. Sorry to interrupt you there, Bucky. We saw Will Reichert making a move underneath Scott McCarris in the 65. We were just talked about that Will needed to get up there and make up some of these points after that early incident he was involved in.
Dylan Poteet's up there. And like I said, Brad Press is now back into the 5th position. I don't know if that was designed. In case the caution comes back out, he can restart on the inside and maybe have a shot.
Back up front, you could throw these top 3 under a blanket right now. It's showing 0.4 of a second behind, but I don't believe it for a second. These guys are just 1 car length apart, the top 3 right now. And I think 2nd and 3rd are both faster than Jordan Martin at the time being.
For sure.
I wonder how they'll play this for teammates.
I think they're going to go for the win.
Yeah, you got to throw that out the window.
Yeah.
Absolutely, but at the same time, you got to team up and get the lead car out of the way, and then have it be able to settle between yourselves.
Oh, malarkey in the wall.
Whoa.
I don't think it's going to cost him much, though.
Nope, he takes the outside lane through 1 and 2. We'll see if his teammate can go underneath him.
It definitely messed up the entry into 1. That's
and
for
look
sure.
at Roberto Ramirez. He's ready to pounce. We're down to 12 laps to go. Brad Kress having to drive the heck out of his car while we've got green flag laps too.
And what I was about to say is that 29 car, Brad Kress, to me that car is starting to look like what it did towards the end of that one stage.
All these guys had to check up as Roberto slid right in front of the 73 there, doing what he's got to do.
Yeah, the 29 car looks to be, as far as handling-wise, back to how it was earlier, but I think he's going to run out of time.
And back up front, it's now Austin Bloom who's caught Jordan Martin.
Gosh, it makes you wish the 73 didn't get in the wall there and what this race would look like right now.
I think these guys right here, Roberto and Justin, they're both really good tire savers. They got to be careful to not race around each other too much, that they don't get each other a chance to get up there and battle with Jordan Martin and Austin Bloom.
Yeah,
9 laps to go already.
I was going to say, he's making Roberto earn that position.
Yeah, Roberto can't just worry about hitting his marks. He's kind of got to drive it in a little bit deeper. So we see Austin Bloom hug the bottom really well through 3 and 4 there. 8 laps to go at the line, and they are ticking off quick here at Rockingham.
Yeah, and at this moment in time, I think the 88 is just a tick better than the 02 of Jordan Martin. But catching him's one thing, passing him is another when you're down under 10 laps to go.
Saw Austin Bloom go a little bit higher that time. Let's jump on the back bumper here of Jordan Martin and see what he sees behind him. This is kind of his rear view mirror look. Whoa, he got through 1 and 2 really well that time. I'm not sure what happened to Austin Bloom, but maybe he had to get out of the throttle a little bit.
Well, I think what it is Jordan Martin heard me say that I think that Austin Bloom was a tick quicker. He's like, okay, Bucky, I'm going to one-up you here.
He's now put
Bottom
us.
third is side by side.
He's really making Roberto earn that position.
Brad is there too.
I bet Brad's wishing that he had at least 10 more laps if he can get around these guys.
These guys are really racing hard, and it's going to hamper their ability to catch the leaders, but just kind of the way the race is played out.
There was somebody on the apron there. Was that Ty Smith, maybe?
You see a lap car able to get out of the way. It really cost Brad Kress. He caught it at a horrible time.
I just hope we don't see a caution here late in the stage of this race. Because this battle for third is just absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, you're not missing anything up front. Austin Bloom's still about a half a second behind. This is the battle on the track right now that you want to keep your eye on. It's Roberto Ramirez in the 32, Justin Malarkey in the 73, and Brad Kress in the 29.
And keep in mind, all of these guys are on the same pit cycle. So it's all according to who saved their tires better, which I would say the 29 would be the one. He's pretty much stuck.
And yeah, he can't go anywhere right now. This is at most a two-groove racetrack, as we see Roberto able to hang on to third there on the outside lane. And these guys right here are praying for a caution.
Yeah, well, they better hope it comes within the next 5 seconds, because if not, the race is over.
Oh, yeah. Jordan Martin's going to come across the line, take the white flag. And as long as he can nurse this thing home, he's going to be looking at his second career Development Series victory.
And that is a beautiful race car.
Yeah, I like it. Taking that inverted Bubba Wallace paint scheme and throwing silver on it. And coming out of turn 4, it's going to be Jordan Martin taking his second career win here at the Rock.
And he won. Oh, Roberto's sideways and wrecks at the start-finish line.
Oh no!
I think Brad Kress is going to get third. Justin Malarkey fourth there. Roberto's going to come home fifth.
Ooh, he had hard
impact.
Oh wow!
That's a visit to the infield care center for sure. And he blew the engine right after.
Fortunately, that was the last lap.
Yeah, and thankfully this is all virtual.
Yeah, he'd definitely be going to the infield care center for that. So we'll get a chance
and he hit so hard the engine blew right after impact.
Looked like he was just trying to get everything he could out of turn 4 right now.
So Jordan Martin is burning it down. He's got some experience doing that. He's making a statement that he is the one to go through for this championship.
And look, there's a victory lane right there. He needs to park it right there. I wonder if he's aware of that. All right, well, let's get some of these guys up here and talk to them.
All right, who are we going to talk to first, Kendall?
All right, let's pull the winner, Jordan Martin, up here. And Bucky, you got him? There he is.
Jordan Martin, well done tonight, sir. And you are burning it down in, like, legit professional fashion. I'm impressed. How was the car tonight? You kept it clean.
Man, it was a blast. It was a blast. This 02 DoorDash, man. I'm so happy right now. The car was great. It was fast. The track had a lot of grip in it, and once the tires heat up, it really showed its speed on a long run, and that's what I needed to win this race.
Now, I got to ask you, a couple of restarts there, you decided to start up top. What was your reason for that? Were you just trying to see, what your car could do?
Yeah, I was just trying something different, and the first time it was all right. The second time, I almost got caught by the 73, so I just chose to go back to the bottom and protect the bottom lane. That was the preferred line here, so whew.
Yeah, well, I think this win tonight makes a statement for the rest of the drivers. You put them on notice that if you want this championship, you got to go through me. So tell us all who gets it done for you and who you got to thank.
I just want to thank Granger Racing, Curtis, DJ, Will, my teammates, for helping me practice for this race and getting me prepared. I want to thank my mom and dad because I can hear them cheering upstairs. They've been watching the race the whole time on YouTube. So,
Way to go.
just man, eh, that's it, man. And always thank DJ for this beautiful scheme, man. Just changed it up, took the black off, through the silver on. I'm just happy I was able to put it in victory lane.
Yeah, it
I'm gonna
looks
tell you
good
what,
out
it's a
there, DJ.
sharp. Yeah, it's sharp. I would stick with it if I were you. Go 1-for-1.
Yeah, Jordan, I wanted to ask you, looked like with maybe 7 to go, Austin Bloom was right on your bumper, and it's almost like you hit the turbo button. Were you just kind of biding your time and saving your stuff for the last few laps there?
Yeah, I was saving tires. At I know at the beginning I was fasting them on a long run. I was just messing up entering one, and once I cleaned that up, I was just very hard to beat after that.
Well, this is going to
Very
be,
consistent.
this is going to be a great night in the points. Will had some early trouble. He was able to fight back and finish 6th, and but it's going to be a lot of bonus points for this win, and it's going to be tight next week heading into Charlotte. So good race out there tonight, Jordan. Congratulations on the win, very well deserved, and we'll probably see you on Thursday, I'm guessing.
Oh yes, absolutely.
All right, Jordan, enjoy it, buddy.
Thank you.
All right,
Kendall,
Jordan Martin, your winner tonight.
Yeah. Jordan, to me, proved that he belongs on Thursday nights.
Oh, yeah, he proved that last week. He was leading laps at California. Yeah, he's definitely ready for a promotion. So we got Austin Bloom up in the booth now. We'll see. Here's Austin. Austin, tell us about your night in the 88 car.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fun night. Jordan was faster when it mattered, so congrats to him. He deserved the win there at the end. I mean, good night for me. Led most laps I see. Got the fastest lap, so I can't be mad about that. Second place is a good points day. Teammate Justin Malarkey was extremely fast. He probably was honestly faster than me.
Yeah, it seemed like the 73 kind of had the better long run package between you and him, and then you were a little bit faster on the short term. All those yellows at the end of the race kind of played into your favor, but you never knew which one was going to be the last one. Did you just burn up your stuff a little bit too much there with about 5 to go to make a run at the O2?
Oh yeah, Jordan baited me into driving really hard there, and credit to him, and he saved his tires perfectly and ran away from me. But yeah, Justin and I, we split kind of strategies on the steering ratios. He went for more of a long run. I went for the short run. And on that first run, man, he was catching us.
Yeah, he was. The 29 was really good, but I think the 73 was even a tick better. So
yeah, he said his tires were at 88, so he was really coming.
Nice. Well, Austin, another solid run back with the Highline group. And who you got to thank for second spot tonight?
I just want to thank you guys for having me back, as always. Thank my teammate, Justin Malarkey. Thank Plan B Sales and Circle B Diecast for everything they do for the league. SP Designs for everything they do. Body Shop, pronounced it right this week, for the awesome car. He does great paints for the league. And thank you guys for the broadcast. Appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. Well, we'll be looking forward to seeing you next week at Charlotte. Any thoughts about that speedway?
I haven't driven the ARCA car since the Highline time we were there last.
Yeah, it's changed quite a bit. It's really changed a lot, and it drives even different than the Xfinity car. It's like the setups are totally different.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I've been pretty good learning on the fly, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully, I can get another top 3 out of it.
All right, well, Austin, nice run out there tonight. Not quite enough to reel in the O2, but it's a solid second spot for Austin Bloom for Upfront Esports.
Thank you, guys.
All right, so we've got Brad Kress. Luke, you want to interview Brad? Here he is.
Sure. What kind of question should I? All right, Brad Kress, this is Luke in the booth. Nice run tonight. What did you think you needed a little bit more of in order to get the win?
Needed less cautions.
Yeah, I saw your car was great on the long run and was able to get down into the corner, probably the best of the field, but unfortunately a lot of short runs at the end.
Yeah, it seemed like every restart we had, after about 2 or 3 laps, I could start reeling those first couple guys in, and as soon as I'd start to catch them,
Oh,
caution
yeah.
would come back out, and then have to go
Oh,
through
yeah,
the whole thing
definitely. It
again.
seemed like, oh, yeah, the one long run we got, you were easily the fastest car. Just in the end, it seemed like the short runs prevailed.
Yeah.
Well, it was a nice run out there. Who do you have to thank for this run?
I'd like to thank the body shop, you guys. The body shop, he painted this car for me. Plan B
Very nice.
sales. And anybody watching, if you go get you a diecast from Plan B sales, use code HLRL and you can get free shipping.
Yeah, Brad. It
All right.
seemed like honestly, you not only did you get messed over with the short runs at the end, it seemed like every single restart you were stuck in the wrong lane. The leader would pick the
Yeah.
opposite lane of you.
Yeah.
And I've been there before, and it's really frustrating because I feel like, fortunately, you were able. I mean, you were back to fifth at one point, and you could almost write you off. Unfortunately, just circumstantially, you're able to battle back to third. But I think if you could have restarted that last one from the third spot, you'd have been a player at the end of this one. Just I don't know. I hate that for you. It's just kind of the bad luck continues on Tuesday nights, but at least you're able to, finish out with a very solid run and get a good boost in the points from this one.
Yeah, I felt like if we could have started from the bottom, we would have been pretty good. And I didn't mean to get into Roberto. They're coming off 4. I had a good run going through 3 and 4. Him and the 73 were kind of battling it out. And I was trying to go to his outside next to the wall, and I just barely clipped him with my nose.
Well, we didn't actually get a good view of the replay of that one, so
Yeah.
you're throwing yourself under the bus on that.
That's what happened. I've already apologized to him, so didn't mean to do that.
Brad, it was fun racing with you last Thursday. I know you're a real good, clean racer out there. So you got any thoughts about Charlotte Motor Speedway next week?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually looking forward to it Thursday too. I'm going to try to make that show again, I think.
Nice. Well, we'll be happy to have you, and great run out there
I think
tonight.
you got a good shot at it.
Yeah, Charlotte's one of my favorite places, so we'll see.
All right, well, that is the thoughts of third place finisher tonight, Brad Kress. Somewhat the bad luck continues because he finished third, but heck, you got to start somewhere with stacking pennies, as Corey LaJoy would say. Because this guy's fast, and a win is definitely coming his way real soon. That's Brad Kress. So, guys, let's run through the field order, the finishing order here, and call it a race. We had Jordan Martin going to victory lane tonight. In the 02 car, it was Austin Bloom finishing second. Third went to Brad Kress. Fourth ended up being Justin Malarkey. Fifth was Roberto Ramirez spinning across the line there. Will Reichert battled back to finish sixth. Ty Smith seventh. Eighth was Dylan Poteet. Ninth, another recovery from Brady Cox. 10th went to Highline's own Toby Wedgwood.
Apologize. Apparently, you got to have your mic hot to do this. 11th will be Dalton Bear. Steve Rada is going to come home 12th. Benjamin Porsche 13th. 14th, Michael Maruga. Scott McCarris is going to be 15th. Cody T. Robinson 16th. 17th will be Daniel Clark. 18th, Jacob Halm. Chance Duckworth will be 19th. 20th. Be Jeff Moresh, John Peterson 21st, 22nd Matt Owens, and Dylan Body's going to round out the field in 23rd.
Well, folks, it's been a great race here from the Rock. I mean, overall, we didn't get quite the long runs that we wanted to see there, but in the end, it ended up being Jordan Martin able to find some speed from his DoorDash Toyota Camry. Any final thoughts before we send it off?
Yeah, I thought tonight's race was kind of what you expected. I think that Jordan Martin and Austin Bloom, they both proved that they're going to be Thursday night racers here very soon. And I got to give an attaboy to Ty Smith. He had some trouble there late in the race and was managed to battle back and finish in 7th. And also Will Reichert, you can't put this guy down. You can't mark him off. Started 18th, was in the first caution, came back to finish 6th. So just all in all, a pretty good night. Looking forward to the next one.
All right, well, that's going to do it. For Luke Parkowski and Bucky Burt, I'm Kendall Kerr. We will see you next week from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Thanks for tuning in for Highline Media.